And it looks like we are live. We are live. Just a few minutes. Wait for those of you that are going to come on board. Come on board. My friends, this is episode number 15. Episode number 15, and I am excited. In fact, I'm going to even get more excited as time goes on, my friends. I'm going to get more excited. Somebody said, you need to get more excited. Well, I'm going to get more excited. Episode 15. Welcome to Sunday night, a live power hour with Soldier of Self-Mastery here on YouTube. Can I call it YouTube TV? Welcome, Joe. Welcome to the broadcast, number 15. My friend, what's up? Oh, I'm telling you, great things are up. I'm going to continue to make every single day a super fantastic, terrific, over-the-top day, daily, in spite of and because of my friends. That's what it's all about. It's taking your life to the next level, my friends. Taking your life, taking your mindset, taking everything about you to the next level. You don't want to leave humanity behind. You want to lead humanity one by one. So I see we got somebody else there on the broadcast. Welcome, welcome. Thank you very much for being here with me. You're making my day. In fact, you're holding me accountable. It's part of my program. So let me get some house cleaning out of the way here. I've got some great things. I'm going to share a story with you guys. I'm going to share a funny story about an incident that I had in a casino. I'm going to do my best, my friends, to share this with you guys. And I think you're going to learn a lesson from something that many people are trying to do. It's called exclusion or banning yourself from a casino. Again, this program is your program. It's live and interactive. Okay. This is your program, my friends. I started this program. This is the 15th episode, and I am so delighted that I can be here once again with you on this Sunday. So, hello, A. Noel. Hello, Santos. Hello, A. Noel. If you want to identify yourself, please do so. I'd love to do some shout outs, or I would enjoy that. And let me know where you're from. You have a question, you have a comment, you have an observation. Can you help me become better? I told you guys I'm going to be excited in this episode, and I'm going to be more excited going forward. I have to be. Why? Why should you be so excited about this life, this humdrum life that people call boring? And well, you know what? It's my life, right? It's your life. Whatever you put into life, that's what you're going to get out of it. And I hope that many will join this episode. I hope that many will join this episode tonight, Sunday. I'm using my journal, my new journal, guys. You can write in the rain. It's an all-weather tactical. Number 980T. This was a gift given to me by my son, who's a U.S. Marine. I guess this was part of his package somewhere. But anyways, he gave it to me, so I use it for a journal now, along with all my other journals, right? I've got all my journals here with me. So what are we going to talk about today? Again, I'm here Sundays, Fridays, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, okay? If you haven't subscribed to soldiersofselfmastery.com, I would highly encourage you to do so, my friend. Keep up with this mission. Help me help others. You can subscribe to the channel right there, to my Soldier of Self-Mastery page. I believe I have it right there in the comments, soldiersofselfmastery.com. Man, I keep getting a darkness. I don't know if it's just from the camera. If you like what you see, if you're enjoying these broadcasts and you want to keep this thing going, help me out. Donate, my friend. I know you like giving, and this is a worthy charitable cause. I'll even give you a tax write-off if you need one. So you can donate right there through soldiersofselfmastery.com. You can purchase your own book. You can get a copy of it and give it away as a gift. It makes a good birthday gift. It could make a good gift for a teenager. It could be a gift for somebody that you know that's struggling with some issues in their life. The Little Red Book, Thoughts to Defeat Problem problem gambling. And it's not just for problem gambling, by the way. It is a little kind of like this thing here. Now, in fact, it has less pages than this book does. It is a self-empowerment manual. So, J Reading P. Hi, Santos. How are you doing today? I'm doing super fantastic, terrific, over the top, my friends. Thank you. You know what? I'm going to get more excited in these episodes. By the way, again, I'm repeating myself, but is it true that the good life will come out of a series of good, positive reminders? So you'll hear me saying a lot of the same stuff, okay? Until we get it, my friends. When we get it, I'll stop saying it. So thank you for joining the broadcast number 15. Broadcast 15. We got a lot of things going on. We got a lot of things. We got a lot of ideas, a lot of creation, a lot of stuff happening going forward, my friends. So I would encourage you guys to stay in tune with this program. This is for anybody. You're in a business. You want to develop a business. You want to learn about marketing. You want to learn about branding. You want to learn what a real leadership is, you know, integrity, transparency. You want to ask questions. You may be, hey, maybe you need an answer for your homework, right? I'm going to help you find it. I won't give it to you necessarily, but I'll help you find it. Does that sound fair? So welcome to the program. Hi, Noel and Joe. Thank you. And invite, you know, if you can invite somebody. I'm going to be back on here on Friday. So I think I've gotten everything out of the way. Welcome to another episode. Thank you very much. You know, I'm going to say this. There are people that watch this episode. There are, I call them soldiers and soldierettes. They are from all over the globe. Even people that watch these episodes after the recorded, you know, the recorded session. And you may be struggling. You may be struggling with it. It doesn't matter what it is that you're struggling with. It really doesn't matter to me. It's not just about problem gambling. It just so happens that problem gambling is the base. But I believe that if you invite somebody or you keep coming, you will start getting more. You will start taking your mindset, right? Like I say, don't brain your train, train your brain. So we've been on a series of programs, and we've been talking about, I'm going to ask a question real quick before I go forward. I see if you're here, identify yourself. I'd love to know who you are. Hi, Daniel. Welcome, New York City. We're getting the numbers climbing. So what I want to say is I want to shout out to those of you that are following me on YouTube and you're commenting. I see your comments. Jay Reading, Daniel, Joe, all of you guys are actually commenting. I want to give a special shout out to a personal friend in Wisconsin, and she may be watching. She may not be watching. I'm not going to mention her name, but she'll know who she is. A special shout out to a good friend of mine. I'm trying to push her a little bit in the right direction, even though as a coach, we don't push people. We ask lots of questions. So here's another question for you today. What will it take? What will it take to get me completely free? What will it take to get me completely free? What could I analyze or investigate to help me get there faster? You want to get somewhere faster? I'm not talking about driving a turbo Saab like mine. Actually, I got to work on the clutch. The Saab's pretty quick, but I got to work on the clutch. Greetings, everyone. Daniel says greetings. Hi, Laura. Jay Reading says hi, Laura. Hello, all. Thank you, guys. By the way, we're going to be doing something a little bit different in the future. I might see if I can get you guys into a Google Hangout where we can all see each other. Hey, it's a thought, right? On a Friday or a Sunday. And I'm working on getting a guest on this program. It's going to be a live program where I'm going to actually interview a guest, a person. She's a lady. I won't mention her name. We kind of interacted a little bit on YouTube. She's actually talking about problem gambling, just a little bit different than I do. And I find it interesting. I watched one of her videos, And I'm going to see if I can get her on maybe Friday's episode. If you guys are interested. Scary, LOL. By the way, remember what Eleanor Roosevelt said? She said, do something that scares you every single day. It's going to help you build confidence and courage, my friend. So I thank you guys. So I'm not sure if that's an answer, Jay reading. I'm not sure if that's an answer to the question. But what could I analyze or investigate to help me get there faster, right? We want to get there faster. We want to achieve. We want to generate more income. We want to develop a better personality as quick as possible. We want to develop core values. I'm going to be reading out of my journal some core values that I live by. I wrote probably about 90 of them. So I'm going to read some of those out of my journal, okay, out of this journal here. And I may talk about these two items. What are the two key things one must change? What are the two key things? Okay, there's many things that we can change, but what are the two keys to faster growth and to a better lifestyle? A better lifestyle. Scary seeing a video of us. Well, I'm just putting it out there, my friends, if it's something that you want to partake of. But again, I'm working on doing an interview where you'll see me and you'll see the person that I'm interviewing, and more or less she's going to be contributing to the program if I can get her on board for next Friday, this Friday coming up, August something. And you guys will be able to follow in the chat. You'll be able to ask her questions. You'll be able to make statements, and you'll be interacting with us also. So you're all invited to do that, my friends, my soldiers and soldierettes. Interview stream sounds good to me with this lady. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Jay Reading. So that's part of the plan. And again, I want to do some giveaways. You know, I want to give away some T-shirts, Soldier of Self-Mastery T-shirts, maybe a ball cap, maybe a signed autograph book of mine. These are things that are coming. I'm working on. It all takes money, my friends. So that's why I'm asking for help. Okay. So let's get into this. I'm going to read some things here, but let me ask you guys a question. Do you want me to share a funny story that's educational, that something that happened to me in a casino about 8 years ago? Or would you guys rather have me read out of my journal? Or do you want me to wait on some questions here? I'll give you guys a few seconds. By the way, it's going to be, yesterday was about 104 degrees in Stockton, California. It was cooking out there, man. But it felt good. It felt good. Tarzan, want to hear a funny story? Okay. Good day. Ernst DeWall, welcome to the program, Tarzan. Welcome to the episode number 15. Ernst DeWall, good day, buddy. Laura, welcome to the episode. Come on, let's see if this thing will shoot up past 13 or 14 today. I'd like to hear about the casino. You don't want to hear about the casino, but I'm going to share a story here, and then I'll do some reading. I'm going to read out of my journal some of my deep thoughts that I kind of live by, that I work on every day, reminding myself to keep my mind focused. Now, wouldn't it be nice if we were all perfect? That would be great, but unfortunately, it's just not the case. Okay. All right, give me a minute here. I'm going to get ready to hear. I'm going to get ready to read. But before I do, I got to do something really quick here. So give me about 5 seconds. Okay. There we go. I gotta have some music in the background here. Okay, guys, just a little bit. Okay, here's my story. Okay, and this story, actually, let me concentrate here. My story goes back about 8 years back. Okay, it's a pleasure to see you guys once again. This is episode 15. Episode 15. There's some information at the top of the chat. So please, if you haven't subscribed, if you haven't purchased your book, if you haven't donated, help us out. I'm asking for a handout, my friends. I'm not ashamed to ask for a handout. So let's get into this. About 8 years ago, when I was in the full swing of going into these places I call the devil's playground, okay? And yes, this was in the Bay Area. I was actually working for a company in the Bay Area at the time. And it was pretty bad. I used to dump a lot of money into this place. I used to get jackpots out of there, but I would dump them right back in. So they weren't real winnings, okay? This casino is actually on the border of Emeryville and Berkeley in the Bay Area here in California. I'm not too sure the name of it. In fact, when this casino opened, I was working for a furniture company, and I remember, I believe we even delivered the chairs to that place. I didn't gamble that day. We delivered chairs. But then after a while, I kept going and going and going. And then one day it was an afternoon. Towards the afternoon, I was in there. I had been doing my thing, running around, going from machine to machine, kind of seeing which one was going to give me the jackpot. And I don't remember the exact name of it. I do. It's just not calling to my memory. It's not important, but it's a casino. It's the first one and the only one that's in the Bay Area, in that downtown area bordering Berkeley and Emeryville. So I was in there. I was probably about $600 down in the hole. I wasn't feeling too good. I was in the hole, $600 down. And when you're in the casino and you're thinking about ways to get more money is what you're doing, because you're chasing your high, right? You're chasing that high. And I was just wandering around, and I might have gone back to the ATM and I gotten a few more dollars. But anyways, I was already down probably about $600 or so. And I came across this guy. He was a little bit taller than me, a Hispanic guy. I noticed he couldn't speak very good English. And he was really excited because he felt like he was lucky all the time. I just had met him that day there, and I was probably a few machines close to him. And he goes, "Man, I'm going to hit a jackpot." He says to me, "I'm going to hit a jackpot." So, when you're down, you're kind of hopeful. You're wanting to do something to gain money back, but it's the cycle, man. It's the cycle, right? And I'm going to be sharing and looking at the comments. No such thing as luck. It is a made-up idea. Exactly. I don't really believe in luck. I believe in grace, and I believe that we are fortunate to have things happen to us. Okay, I don't really believe in luck. So sometimes I throw that word around. I got to get rid of it. I don't really care for it. So let's just name this guy. I'll name him Hector, because that name is kind of dear to me these days. I'll name him Hector. Well, Hector was a few machines from me, and he was playing the dollar machines. And he came, we had a little bit of a conversation. And more or less, he was telling me that if I would help him, in other words, to stick close with him. So I did. And I see somebody else is asking, make your own opportunities in life and you will be lucky. Well, you make your own opportunities and you become more valuable. I guess if you want to use the word lucky, you become more valuable. The more valuable you become, the better you can help other people. That's the key to life. So let me get back. And you guys can interact with each other there. Let me get back to my story. So Hector, a couple of, I don't know, maybe 30 minutes, 20 minutes later, he hit a jackpot on a dollar machine. And he came, I was right there next to him. I saw what he did. So he gave me the ticket, right? He kind of slipped the ticket into my hand. And I saw the ticket. It was like, it was like $1,300, something like 1,200. But he told me I was already down like $600 and some change. And he goes, if you help me, because he felt like he was going to hit a jackpot. I don't know, maybe this guy was psychic. And he said, I'll give you $400 if you cash my ticket in. I said, right on, I'll do that. So again, we waited for a little bit and he came over to me with a ticket. And I was like, man, I was excited because I was already down $600. And I figured, man, this guy's going to give me $400. Why not? It didn't occur to me. And I'll get to the moral of this story in a minute. Didn't occur to me that people were watching us, right? Didn't occur to me that, they have seriously closed circuit video cameras watching you in the casinos. So we're not a product of our own circumstances. We're a product of our decisions. That's right. Somebody said the reason why you are where you are today is a product of your past thinking and decisions, right? So if you want to get to a better state, like Allstate, you must change the way you think. And I wanted to talk about those two items if I can later on in the episode. So make sure that you work on inviting somebody for Friday. I'm going to have a guest. Hopefully I'm going to have a guest. It's going to be a phenomenal educational time of learning and challenging. So I'm looking forward to that if it can happen. If not, you'll just get to see my mug again on Friday. Soldier of self-mastery. Man, I'm excited today. I'm really excited. I really enjoy you guys coming on. So let's get back to this story. Okay. So what happened was I went to the cashier cage and I gave him the ticket. Right. And I noticed the lady was kind of questioning me a little bit. I became nervous. I never did anything like this before. Right. So I just thought, hey, this guy gave me a ticket. I'm thinking I'm $400. I'm thinking $400. So I cashed the ticket and I went over to where the guy was and I gave him his portion of the money and he gave me $400. So where I went back with those $400? I went back to the machine. I was there for a little while. Next, like 3 or 4 guys show up where we were playing. Well, at least where I was playing. And I don't remember if he was next to me or not. Maybe he might have been in another area. And they said, you know what? You guys need to come with us. You need to come with me. Follow me. Right? They asked me a few questions. I don't remember exactly what they asked me right there in front of the computer. It was a computer, video games. And this was about 8 years ago. So they walked us into this room, right? There was about 3 or 4 guys, kind of young guys. One was kind of tall. The other ones were maybe just a little bit bigger than me. Now, I was a bit scared. I was a bit frightened. I didn't know what to expect. All I know was that these guys came over to me and they were questioning me. And all that was going through my mind was, man, I broke the law. I did something. And I knew that it had to do with that ticket that I cashed in. Well, by the way, that's against the law. You can actually go to jail for that in a casino. So we went into this room and they started interrogating me and this guy, right? This guy, Hector, first of all, he didn't have any identification with him. I did. And that's the reason why he wanted me to cash that ticket for him. He was paying me because I think he was illegal, but he didn't have an ID or anything. And I used my license to cash that ticket that he gave me, his jackpot. So he gave me $400. Anyways, I had part of that money in my pocket. We're in this room getting interrogated by all these goons. I don't know how many there was. I think there was a lady or two in there, maybe a lady or two. And then there was like 3 or 4 guys. And there was this one guy that kept pressuring us, right? Asking us questions. Where's the money? We know what you guys did. They were talking and trying to get stuff out of us. And I was looking at Hector. Hector's looking at me like, hey, can you interpret what these guys are saying? Because I could tell that he was nervous. I was nervous too. So we were in it for a few minutes. And finally, I just kept telling him, look, you know what? The money that I had, I put it in the machine. I had it in my pocket. I thought they were going to search my pocket. But they were just kind of pressuring us, wanting us to ask questions or answer their questions. And I didn't. I was answering their questions very vague. And I was telling them, look, you know what? I'm broke. I was just thinking of what I had done. You know, I'd spent $600. I'm broke. I blew all that money. And he said, you know, no money, you know, and he had money too because I just had given it to him. I don't think he spent it that quickly. So after, I don't know, maybe 15, 20 minutes, these guys were getting frustrated. I could tell they were getting frustrated. And they were threatening us with the police and all this. And next thing you know, the one guy says, he says, you know what? I want you to leave this casino right now. We don't ever want to see you here ever again. You're not welcome here. If you step foot on these premises, you're both going to go straight to jail. We're going to call the police and we're going to get you out of here. So get out of my, you know, face. And we scurried up out of there and we went outside. And sometimes stream stops, but restarts. It's okay at the moment. Yeah, I've been noticing that. I don't know exactly why, and I apologize for that. It could be maybe the camera. I got great Wi-Fi here, so we'll just keep going. Anyways, I met Hector outside. We chatted for a little bit. We were kind of joking and laughing, but we were both scared. I mean, I don't know if you guys ever watched that movie, Ocean's 11. I think it was Ocean's 11, where they took these guys. I know it's a movie, but they took these guys into a room and they who was it? The guy that played on that movie called The Perfect Storm. Anyways, he's a good actor. Just got married to an Italian woman. Anyways, they took you in a room and you know they basically worked you over a little bit, and then they kicked you out of the casino, man. So here's what I want to get to here. Anyways, we were kicked out of that casino. We walked out. I walked out. I'm glad they kicked me out because I had money in my pocket. I would have walked. If I would have stayed in that casino, I would have lost everything. And that guy, I don't know what he would have done. But anyways, he took off. He went. I never seen him again. Never seen him again. A couple of months later, I was back in that casino, back a regular. Nobody even bothered to stop me or anything like that. So what is the moral of this funny story? It's kind of a sad story that we were gambling, number one. And it could have turned out worse than the experience that we went through. Who knows what could have happened, man? You know, casinos, sometimes there's dark people running those places. So thank you for appreciate the interaction there. So he left, I left, and I came back to the casino, and I was back to becoming a regular. This was about 8 years ago, I think. 7 or 8 years ago. My friend, if you think that exclusion will keep you from gambling, excluding yourself, I've heard it. I've had many comments where people say that I'm excluding myself from the casino. Exclusion. They call it exclusion. That's not going to work. That's not going to keep you from gambling. First of all, you'll find another place. And furthermore, unless somebody is literally following you around in the casino and if they have you like a most wanted picture in there, you're going to be able to walk back in that casino a week later, 2 weeks later, and you'll be able to gamble again. Now, maybe there's cases where you have been and you've done this and it's worked for you, but I've heard from other people that it doesn't work. Eventually, people change. You get other workers in there. They may change their systems, update their cameras or whatever, their recordings, and they lose track of people that self-excluded themselves. So that doesn't really work. It really doesn't work. And furthermore, if you're in a casino, again, I'm not advocating this casino. I don't advocate gambling. But if you're gonna gamble, again, I don't advise you to do it. But if you're gonna do it, you're gonna do it because you want to do it, not because I tell you to stop gambling. Don't ever cash somebody's ticket in a casino. I don't care. Oh man, what is this? This guy, my partner's calling me. I gotta ignore it. I can't take that call. Hold on just a minute. He might try to call me again here on Skype. Let me just give me a minute. So again, there's things that you can do in the casino and get away with, and then there's things I'm live. Talk later. Okay. By the way, my partner's from Nigeria, of all places. He's a great guy, man. He keeps a lot of things working for me. And so self-exclusion online works better too. Don't rely on passport ID photo behind counters. Yeah, I thought the scammer got you to cash in a fake ticket. No, I walked out of there with like probably about $300. So, by the way, thanks for the thumbs up. There's something that I want to share with you guys here. So basically, the moral of the story is basically stay away from casinos, really, but don't get caught in a casino. You can go to jail. I believe you can go to jail for cashing in a ticket, especially if somebody's there and they're an illegal. They might even get deported from the casino. The way things are going today. So, Gina, welcome to the episode. Thank you for sharing. I was banned. Gina Sheenley says, I was banned and went right back, and they let me in, but didn't get a 10 grand jackpot I won. Yeah, things happen. So self-exclusion is not really where it's at, my friends. Anyways, that was one of my exciting stories. Maybe I'll share a story per episode if I can. But here, why not give you the jackpot? For whatever reason, Gina, if you want to share why, I mean, I don't know. Maybe she would have lost it. Maybe fate had its way, right, in this situation, and she probably would have lost it all. I don't know, or maybe you would have walked away if you have enough discipline in your life. But it happened the way it happened, so you didn't get the money. The biggest jackpot that I've ever had in a casino, probably close to 5 grand, maybe close to 5 grand. It was from several machines. Yeah, maybe I'll share that one. But again, I don't want to glorify. I really don't want to glorify what happens in jackpots, etc., because all that's doing is painting a picture in your mind. And I really don't want to paint a positive picture of the casino. I'd rather not, because, part of my plan every single day is to keep my mindset in a peak state, right? I always say this, I'm gonna make every single day a super fantastic, terrific, over the top day daily, in spite of and because of. I get temptation. I get triggers. And you know what your triggers are. See, most of you guys, if you're struggling, you know what your triggers are. And there's 2 key things. I'm going to tell you right now, the 2 key things that you need to work on yourself. The 2 key things, among other things that you can actually add to the mix to help yourself. Wow, 23,000. 23,000. But here's the thing. After 5 or 6 months, that 23,000 is put right back into the machines. So do you ever really win a jackpot? Unless you leave, unless you leave. In fact, I wrote this or I talked about this in one of my videos. If you're disciplined enough to go into a casino and walk away after you hit a big jackpot, you've done good. You've done good. But don't go back. Don't go back. But most people go back. Most people go back. So I hope that you've enjoyed that short story. Of course, there's a moral. There is a moral tied to that one. Okay. Those of you that showed up late, I'm working on an episode next Friday. I'm going to see if I can get another person. She is a she, and she does videos on YouTube. Her channel is not really, it's not a really big channel. She has some subscribers, but she's got some really good information. And she goes by, maybe I shouldn't mention her name in this episode because I don't have her permission yet. But I'm working on seeing if we can do a live. She'll be on, you'll be able to see her, and you'll be able to see me, and we're going to go back and forth, answer your questions, and we're going to share a little bit. I don't think she was a gambler. In fact, I think she's a religious person, a very religious person, and I think she goes to church and stuff like that. So, but for some reason, she has been inspired to talk about problem gambling, or maybe she knows somebody that is very close to her. Now, I don't know. I've never asked her personally if she was a gambler, but she's got some great information Daniel has been on her videos. So Daniel might know who I'm referring to here. So I'm not a one-man show here. I don't want to be a one-man show. I'm not going to make it as a one-man show or as a one-hit wonder. That's why I need you guys to help me. That's why I'm selling my book, because I need help. I need to bring in funds. You know, I want to make these T-shirts, right? Soldier of Self-Mastery. I want to give some away. I want to sell some. And I'm going to put a price tag on these T-shirts, believe me. I'm not just going to give them away. You can earn one. You might be able to win one. Maybe a signed autographed copy of my book. If you do something special on one of these episodes, I don't know, maybe you can bring somebody with you or I don't know. I'm up for ideas. I'm just throwing things out there, okay? And please don't get offended. This is who I am. I have to make a living. I have a family to take care of. And all of this stuff that I'm doing free on YouTube, videos and all of these things, it costs money, and you guys know that. So here, I'm not begging for a handout. I'm asking you to contribute and to donate to a mission that you feel is a worthy cause, a mission that is benefiting you in some way. If it's not benefiting you, then you should find something or someone that will benefit your life, that'll help you. Okay, it's not about somebody that's going to change your life. Okay, you're going to change your own life. We're just life coaches and consultants and motivational speakers. We're just little sparks, right? We're just a candle, and a candle does not lose power. A candle does not lose its flame when it lights another candle. And you guys are all candles. Okay, you may have a little dim flame. You keep coming, keep watching, keep paying attention, and your flame is going to grow brighter and brighter. And one day you're going to look back and say, you know what? Man, I could have quit. I could have stopped doing this harmful thing a long time ago. Timing, right? Train your brain. Don't brain your train. So earlier I said this. What are the 2 key things that one must change in order to create change? The Bible refers to this in many passages. Anthony Robbins. I talk about these 2 key things. I'm not going to give you the answers, by the way. I'm going to see if somebody can come up with the answers. 2 very vital things that you can change or work on to help change and take your life to the next level. 2 things. What are they? Most of you guys should know this. So I'm going to wait. I'm going to challenge you here for a minute. 10,000 per hour. What are you doing? Selling drugs? Somebody said 10,000 what per hour? I used to sell drugs long time ago, my friends. Yes, I used to sell drugs long. Now, I don't know if that question's for me, but I used to do some very harmful things, shameful things. I'm not going to get into that here. But prayer is important. Prayer is a priority. Change your way of thinking. Bam! You hit it right on you hit the nail. Right up. What's the second one? Come on, guys. There's many people on here. There's one more thing. Thinking, yes. Remember what I said about your thoughts? A double-minded man is unstable. That's from the Bible. James chapter 1, verse 8. A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. So this is, and I say this all the time, don't brain your train, but brain your train. Faith, Gina, that's a great answer. Very well said. But there's one other thing. We use this thing every day. In fact, I'm going to just leave that. I'm going to leave you guys hanging. Maybe I'll share that. If nobody gets it, I'll share it with you on the next episode. So it's already 39 minutes into the episode. I want to do a little bit of reading. This is one of my personal journals. Yes, it is a Star Wars. I'm not a Star Wars fan, but I happened to buy this at Target. I got it for $5 about a year. I think it's been about a year now. And I have practically filled in the pages with, in fact, this is a book in itself, but basically, that's what I do. This is what's helped me with my life. I tell people, look, do you use a journal? Do you write? Well, my friends, if you want total victory, if you want to overcome, you got to do things. You got to have a plan. So I see some people staying on. I see a few people dropping off. Man, I got to get this thing up. I got to get this thing up to 15 or 20 people. How much is my book? My book is like $18. It's like $18 or $19, I think. But then there's probably some kind of shipping. It could be. I'm noticing a little bit of with the live streaming. It could be because my laptop is not plugged in also, but I've got full power. My little Spider-Man. It's got mineral water in it, mineral water for your brain, and lime and ice cubes. So this is mineralized, infused living water. I'm telling you, I share the link with you guys, and you can get your own. You can make your own water at home. All you do is take filtered water and you put the drops in it, and it changes the molecular structure of your water. It's another thing that most people don't think about, your health. When you're into drugs, when you're into smoking, when you're into alcohol, when you're into problem gambling, when you have a really, really bad attitude, you can tend to find yourself very, very lethargic, very depressed a lot of the time because your brain doesn't work efficiently. So if you put good food, obviously we can't get the best of foods out there, but I cheat once in a while. But if you can put good water in your body, it makes a difference. It's going to make a huge difference. So, let me see. I love Laura. Laura says, writing can be, Jay Reading says, writing can be a good stress relief. And the Bible is number one, my friends. The Bible is number one for me. Okay. I love this. I love many verses that I have memorized, but this one that I repeat to myself every single day: for God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind. That's 2 Timothy. It's either 2 Timothy or 1 Timothy chapter 1, verse 7 or verse 9. I think it's verse 9 for 2 Timothy. So, and the answer, I'm not going to give you the answer to that question that I asked you earlier, but you'll find the answer to that in Proverbs chapter 18, verse 21. You'll find the answer there. So, yeah, I would encourage all of you guys, if you haven't purchased the Little Red Book, it's like $18 and some shipping change, or you can go through Kindle and you can read it on Kindle. It makes a great gift. And it's got a lot of these things that I'm talking. It's got a lot of these little exercises that you can do. It's not a thick book. It's not very big. It's like a little manual. And you can take these little exercises. You can choose the one that you want to use and master it. And it'll help you. It'll help you get focused. It'll help you train your life. That's what the book is for. It's not really a little book that's got stories in it. It's more like, I think it has maybe just a little bit of a story that I put in there when I got whipped in the behind my dad whipped me in the behind with a branch. That was pretty gnarly. But the rest of the book has exercises. It has ideas. It has little life hacks that you can use to better your life. And it's not just for problem gambling, my friends. From Florida. Ooh, I know it's warm in Florida today, but I'm from Nebraska. Welcome. Thank you for sharing that, Gina. Appreciate you doing that. There you go, Proverbs 18:21. The tongue. Oh my, somebody just gave away the answer. Great job, man. Great job. There you go. Yeah, and Laura, the link to the book is at the top of the chat. So if you want to get the book today, go to the top of this chat and you'll see the link there, soldiersofselfmastery.com /book. Or you can just go to soldiersofselfmastery.com and you can see in my little hot links. They're called hot links. They're little tabs. You can click on book and it'll take you through the process. And it's a very secure site. It'll take you right to Amazon or Kindle, and you can purchase the book. I don't think it's no longer an ebook. It's a soft book, and you can read it, I believe, on Kindle. So Diane Langley is in the house. Where can I get the book? Are your stories in there? No, my stories are going to be in my bibliography that I'm working on, that I've been working on for 2 years, Diane. That's a bigger book. I'm still working on it. It's just writing, man. Anyways, my mom is sharing some input and some of the domestic violence that I went through as a child. So that book, it's titled From Trauma to Triumph at 49 or in 49. I haven't completed the book yet. It's completed, but it has to be edited, and so there's a lot of work. So the book that I have is titled The Little Red Book. Okay, The Little Red Book: Thoughts to Defeat Gambling. It's a self-empowerment manual. So you can go to the link there. And I'm kind of being repetitive here, and people are going to drop off if I did. Blah, 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 blah. By the way, Diane, I hope you got my story. I shared something very funny earlier, sad and funny, but it had a learning and educational aspect to it. Okay, so Jay Reading says, hi, Diane. Diane is a personal friend, and she's a great woman, and she's working on herself too. She's wanting to take her life to the next level. Ooh, I like that, like Star Trek. Anyways, I'm going to be reading here in a few minutes. Brian S. Welcome to episode number 15, Brian. Oklahoma. And we have 3 large casinos, unfortunately, where I live. Yeah, I know. I think somebody had mentioned to me that Tulsa, or Kentucky. I spoke to a gentleman via phone, a young guy, man, very distraught. And he was telling me something similar. There's like casinos popping up all over in the city, in the state there. And yeah, he got a chance to speak with me by phone, and he was really excited. But, you know, I'd love to coach a few more people. I've got a few more spots open for coaching. Again, if you're serious and you want to get there faster, you want to have me in your home, in your mindset. If you want me to hold you accountable, I'm not going to tell you what to do. I can be an accountability partner. We can meet once a week, and I can coach you. But again, there is a fee for that. I don't do it free. You can go to soldiersofselfmastery.com and you can check out my newly revised. It's being revised. It's going to be it's more mobile now. It's more mobile, and I've changed my page, my coaching page. You can go to soldiersofselfmastery.com, hit coach, and you can learn about me. And there's a few testimonials in there. I'm hoping to put more testimonials, but it is what it is, you know. And you're starting out. You only have so many clients, and I'm only willing to take 5 clients a month, by the way. That's my max. That's it. So I've got like 2 spots left, 2 spots, possibly 3. I might be willing to go 3. So I'll leave it at that. Diane, how are you? I'm doing super fantastic, terrific, over the top, in spite of and because of, Diane. I'm going to get even more excited. So you keep watching me. I'm going to just get more excited on every episode. Somebody said, you need to get more excited. Okay, I'm going to get more excited then. And the more people that show up, the more excited I'm going to get. So how much to be a client? Gina, I'd love to discuss that with you right here. I don't think that it's the appropriate place. And because, again, it depends on your situation, but you're welcome to connect with me via email. You can go to soldiersofselfmastery.com. The link is up above. You can check me out there if you want to. And I can always work something out with you. Okay. I know some people say, well, I have a friend that charges $100,000 a year for his mastery coaching class per person, $100,000. Now that's more than a few sessions though. And of course, this guy's one of the top New York bestsellers, and he's a multi-millionaire. So he's in the real estate and all kinds of stuff. But I'm just saying what I do, and for what I charge, it's peanuts, to be honest with you. Anyways, Diane Langley, start one. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Start one. I'm going to be reading out of my manual here, man. I really plan on keeping this to 30, 40 minutes possibly, but since we're all here, we're interacting. How much better do you feel for not going? Loads. Oh man, it's not just about, it's not just about the problem gambling. When you're a problem gambler, there's more underneath the surface. It's like an iceberg, right? If you look at an iceberg, the Titanic saw the iceberg. They saw what was on top, but their destruction came from what was underneath, what lies underneath the water that they didn't see. That's what really caused the destruction, because what was underneath was huge. So in our lives are like an iceberg. Most people want to treat what they see, right? What's on top, kind of put a Band-Aid on it. Let's throw it underneath the carpet. Next thing you know, the carpet has a little bit of a hill, and people are tripping over that. Eventually, people trip to the point where they fall and they get hurt. So the key is to get underneath, what is lurking underneath your water, my friend. So a lot of people want to stop gambling. A lot of people want to stop doing this addiction or the other, or you just got a bad attitude. I mean, you got road rage. Don't cut me off on the freeway. I tell you what, you cut me off on the freeway, you know what? I'll pull out my whatever I got in my steel pipe, and I'll run you over. That's how some people are. I remember one time I was getting off an exit. Why am I going here? Another story. I'm going off the exit there on a one-way into Manteca, and these two guys passed me by, right? Well, I figured they were two guys. One was driving a little bobtail truck, and the other one was driving a little car, kind of like I have a little car, and they both got in front of me. I couldn't go back. I could not go backwards, and I have the shoulders on both sides were not something that I could just go around these individuals. Well, these two guys, they pulled in front of me and they stopped right there at the intersection before I could make a left turn, and they were right in front of me. I remember I was driving a red Ford Focus. The sport model. It was like a really nice car. It was the SVT, Special Vehicle Team. If you guys know cars, that was back years ago. Anyways, I was sitting there, and and it was a really nice red car. All I could see was these two guys, the guy in the truck, hey, you come out of your car. And then the guy in the car, no, come on. He got out of the car. The guy in the car got out, right? It's a little guy in the car, and the guy in the truck is rolled down his window, and he's yelling at him. And I'm telling you, if they would have started fighting or threw something, it would have landed right on my car. So I couldn't back up because it was one way. And so why did I go there? We're talking about you're changing the way that you live. You can't, again, everything has a foundation, has a root to it. So when you start attacking those things in your life, you begin to realize, wow, this started way back here, and this is why I was doing it. I trace back. Somebody said, when did you start gambling? I started gambling, not in the casino, but the seeds of gambling were being planted into my subconscious at around the age of 14 and 15. So that's a very vulnerable age, a 14 and a 15-year-old. And in fact, from the ages of 0 to 5, you are a sponge. You're a baby. Everything, sight, sound, experiences, whatever may be happening around you, man, that's forming belief systems in your life. As a matter of fact, when you are a baby in your mother's womb, when you are inside your mother's tummy, whatever your mother's going through, you are already experiencing that. My mother was experiencing horrible violence against her when we were in Puerto Rico, even before we got to Connecticut. Now, Connecticut was like, that was the horror story that we went through for, I don't know how many years, 10, 11, 12 years. Anyways, I'm not going to get into that here. But so I'm talking about you'll begin to find things. And that's, you know, I had to forgive myself. I had to go all the way back. I didn't have to go back, but I did. And I realized, wow, I've been gambling for a long time. So there's always that root. And that's what we got to get to. You want to become successful. You want to become you want to become the best parent that you can become. Don't compare yourself with other people, right? Don't compare yourself with me. You have to be better than you were an hour ago. You must learn to be better than you were yesterday. Now that's a plan. There's an involvement there. And only you can figure that out. If you have somebody that can help you, you're going to figure it out faster. You can use a book. You can use these videos. You can use this live episode. This will help you. But ultimately, there's nothing like the touch of a coach. There's nothing like looking at a coach eye to eye and experiencing what I call TC, transformational conversation. So I see a lot of activity here. I was wondering what you think about the slot videos on YouTube. The slot videos on YouTube, so many post videos of gambling. I don't even pay attention to that, to be honest with you. I don't. It's just not worth looking at. Somebody said, hey, on your videos, they're playing some ads, some casino ads. Well, you know, turn your face away. I know. In fact, I've been really looking into this to see what I can do. But some things are going to pop up, and there's things that we can't control. You know, there's billboards. We can't take down billboards, right? I was at the library the other day. I was at the library doing some studying, and right across from me, an elderly woman and an elderly man started a conversation. And I'm a very sensitive hearer. I wasn't paying attention to them. I was focusing on what I was doing. But next thing you know, they're talking about the casino. Man, I'd love to go to the well, I haven't been to the casino. Well, I got to have some money. You want to go? You know, it's right in front of me. It's like I don't know. It's like almost like maybe tempting me, right? Because that's what happens. If you pay attention to that, finally, I just got up and left. But if you pay attention to these things that are going to distract you, you have to distract them. So Diane says, so true. So true, yes. Jay Reading, hi, Charles, and hi, Chad. I've got a few other people here. Welcome to the program, Chad Morrell. And who's the other person? Charles, welcome to episode 15. I'm here every Sunday at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'm here every Friday, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And I started out to be 30 minutes, but it looks like it just goes over a little bit. And I know that I'm kind of pressed for time. So I'm going to be winding down a little bit here. In fact, I'm getting ready to go to the elderly. I volunteer. I give myself. I go and spend time with my father. He's at the old folks home. I go there every single day. I get around these old people. I try to put a smile in their faces. I call them out by name. I know just about everybody there. And I spend some time with my father. I'm watching my father kind of live his childhood now. Even though he has dementia, he's a diabetic. He doesn't even know that I'm his son anymore. He doesn't recognize me as his son. He doesn't know. But I go there. I bring him music. I bring him some fruits. Every once in a while, I'll bring him some potato chips. I know he's diabetic, but he's got to have a good treat once in a while. He's got to cheat a little bit once in a while. So, Diane, he keeps his word. There's nothing more powerful and meaningful to me because he keeps his word always. Thank you, Diane. I appreciate you sharing that. Chat soon, Tarzan, and stay away from gambling. It will suck every penny of you. And it will suck, not only every penny, but it'll suck the life. It will suck the life out of you. And that's the worst state to be in, was when your life is being sucked right out of you, my friends. I need to volunteer more to focus on positive things. Exactly, Brian. You know, there's so many wonderful things that we could be doing. There's so many distractions out there. And we are sailing. We are navigating, right? I was on an aircraft carrier, a huge ship, 90,000 tons. And 5,500 men were on that ship. And we navigated that ship. I was part of the engineering division on that ship. So we basically navigated that ship away from rough waters and into calm seas. I remember there was times where I would go up to the flight deck where the aircraft would be flying off, or one of the hangar bays, and I would look out into the ocean, nothing but ocean, nothing but water. And there was some days that it looked like sheets of glass. The water was just so still. It looked like huge sheets of like a colored glass. It's almost frightening when I think about it. But when you're on a huge ship, it's like a floating city. It doesn't really scare you that much. And then there's those times where you see the storm coming in rough waters and we move away. So that's our life. We have to navigate away from all of these distractions that are going to bring us down, my friends. You know, if you want to stop the pornography, if you want to stop the drug addiction, if you want to stop the alcohol, if you want to stop the cigarettes, if you want to stop watching too much TV, what about overeating? What about having road rage? We talked about that earlier. And then there's problem gambling. That's what originated this program, right? We have to distract all of that. How are you going to do it? This is part of your plan, my friend. So I thank all of you that are here on Sunday today. So I'm getting ready to wind down. I'm going to read a little bit. Elderly have large disposable income, so like gambling. Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, a lot of seniors, man, it breaks my heart because, you know, people fight in the casinos. I remember I used to be so, oh man, I used to go looking for this one machine and I used to hang around and I used to get really pissed off, man. And for a couple of times I got into arguments with somebody over a stupid flipping machine. And then I would leave, I would walk away and I would feel just horrible, man. You know, I mean, believe me, I've seen some weird things in these casinos. I've done weird things. Love to get some new walking shoes and go. Oh man, walking. Excellent idea. Diane shares. Excellent idea. I got to get me some Skechers, by the way. Anybody want to buy me a pair of Skechers? I'm just kidding. Me too. Breaks heart spending kids' inheritance. I went through an inheritance about 2 years ago. 2 to 3 years. I went through an inheritance of over 200, probably over $200,000. I went through that in about a year, less than a year and a half to 2 years. My friends, I tell you, I can share things with you, man. I am so freaking grateful, man. So freaking grateful. I wake up every morning and I want to help you guys. You know, that's why I say, you know what, if you can take me on as a coach, if you can bring me on as a coach, if you have the means, if you can afford to bring me on, man, I'm going to work with you. I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure that your life becomes a transformation. But you got to want it. You have to absolutely want it. But in the meantime, you can buy the book. You can come to these episodes. You can watch my videos. And what else? You can follow me on Instagram. You can follow me on Twitter. And what else do I have? Thank God you changed. Helping us. That's what I'm going to do, man. As long as the Lord continues to give me breath, his grace enables me. He's my foundation. That's why I don't go to church. I don't advocate church. I'm sorry, but that's just the way that I feel about things today. I will encourage somebody to read the Bible. Just go read the Bible. If you don't know, just read it. The Bible's a spiritual book. It has a lot of spiritual content, and we can understand some physical things from it. We can learn and pray. If you're a person of prayer, pray every day. You know, give. Here's another principle, the law of sowing and reaping, the law of attraction. When you give, whether it's your time, whether it's your words, whether it's your finances, you know, it comes back to you. It has ways of coming back to you. And I do the best that I can at giving, but I can't just give everything that I have, because then I won't be able to keep doing it. So anyways, shooting stars tonight, Earth going through remains of a comet. I walked this AM and saw the Perseid showers. Cool. Santos, have a good moral compass. Man, I work on it. Gina, I'm not, you know, as a leader, I try to be as transparent as I can. You know, I'm not ashamed to say, you know what? In fact, if I don't have a need to go into a casino. I don't have a need. I don't have the desire. I could care less about a casino. But if I stumbled and I fell, I mean, I would have to be in a real low point in my life to walk into a casino, because I don't know, you know, first of all, I know it's not going to help me in any way, but it's just an escape. I would not hesitate to say it, to tell you guys. Now, I make mistakes. Sometimes I make faulty videos. I say some things that I learn. Oh, wow, maybe I shouldn't have said it that way, or I could say it differently, and that's what I'm doing. I tell you what, I'm going to go. I'm going to leave humanity behind if I have to. That's just the way that I think. That's the way that I've been graced to live, because of the darkness that I came out of. I'm just extremely grateful, and I'm thankful. And I'm going to do everything in my power that I can to help people. And I know I can't help everybody. I can't help everybody for whatever reason. I can't help everybody, you know, and I'm not going to change anybody. Okay, I can't change you. If you hang out with me, the reason why you'll change is because you'll learn from me how to give yourself permission to change. You'll learn from me some life hacks, some cool life hacks. You'll learn some things from me, because not everything that I do will work for you. Not everything that I'm doing, you're going to be willing to do. But if you take just a few of those things, one or two of those things that I'm sharing, and master it, you'll become unstoppable. Anyways, I've been blah, 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 too much. Let me read a couple, and then we're going to wind down, my friends, okay? Oh, man, did I lose? Okay. These are philosophies that I have. You can see a little bit here, and I'm not going to read them all, but here's number 5. These are my philosophy. These are my values. These are my core. These are my thoughts. This is my belief systems that I operate, that I work on operating as much as possible every single day. Number 5, believe what you want, or believe in what you want. Talk to yourself about it. Learn more about that thing that you want more of. Practice it. I'm going to read it again. Number 5. Believe in what you want. Okay? Talk to yourself about it. Learn more about what it is that you honestly want. And practice it. Show me the money. Stephen Nowak. Welcome to episode 15, Stephen. I've never seen you here before. This is a live interactive mind-shifting session with Soldier of Self-Mastery, who is me. And so show me the money. Yeah, you know where the money is? I'll tell you where the money is. The real money is in you becoming valuable. The real money is in me becoming valuable, because that's how we generate income. We generate income by pouring value into the lives of others. When others feel valuable because you've shared something with them, because you've given them, or you've showed them a way, they pay you back financially, or they pay you back in another form. But basically, that's how we generate income, right? You're either selling a product, a valuable product, or you're selling a valuable service. You're doing something that's valuable, that is actually improving other people or something for them. You know, people think, well, I work a job. I get paid for 8 hours a day. I get paid per hour. A job is just a means to an end, unless you truly love your job. And but honestly, a job is a job, and you can bring value, right? That you don't get paid for the hour. You're bringing a valuable service of yourself to your employer. So, and a business is different. Obviously, when you're running your own business, you're in control. You're the chief engineering officer. So you have to make things work if you want that business to succeed. It's like what I'm doing. I'm licensed here in Stockton as a life coach, as a marketer, as a consultant. I am licensed, literally really licensed here. So I don't BS anybody about that. I wouldn't be running a business without a license. Some people do. Most people online do. But I just don't believe in doing it that way. I believe in having some integrity. If somebody asks me, do you have a license? Yes, I do. And I can show it to them. I put it on my business card. Do you do speaking engagements? Diane, I'm promoting myself, and I'm looking forward to seeing who would invite me. I do get offers, but some things don't work out. I do get offers to go and speak and give a lecture. I've been offered a few, but they haven't worked. I've done a few of them, but that's been a while. What I'm doing today is a little bit different. Charles Christian, my book, you can go to the top of the chats and you can find Soldiers of Self-Mastery. You can click on that link and hit the tab that says book. My website is very simple to navigate, very simple, and it's very secure. It'll take you to Amazon, Kindle, and you can purchase the little red book there. I love driving truck. It's my cup of tea. Laura's a truck driver. I can appreciate women truck drivers. I've known a couple of them, and that is a special deal for me. You know, I'm impressed by that. I'm impressed by a woman that can drive a truck because there's not a whole lot of them on the road. So that's impressive to me. So once again, I want to share with all you guys here. I'm going to read one more, and then we're going to wind down because I have to get going. Again, any information, subscribe up above the top of the chat here in this YouTube channel, right here on this video. My information will be there if you want to get a hold of me, if you want to look at what I do for coaching, you want to get the book, you want to donate to this mission, help us out. It's all right there at the top of this chat. So I'm going to be back here on Friday. I may have a guest Friday, so bring a friend, tag a friend. If you like what you're hearing, if you like what you see, if you like looking at this I don't know what you call it, Puerto Rican face here. I'm going to be here with somebody else, possibly. I'm trying to get some guests to come on the show. You can see us both interacting, talking about life, talking about gambling, and maybe even scripture. And you'll be able to interact with her also, and myself. So that would be coming up on Friday, possibly. Okay, possibly. I send out an email once a week. So if you subscribe to my email, I send out tips, motivation videos, and also maybe once in a while I'll send out a product or an offer that you can use, you can buy, affordable to help yourself, maybe health-wise or something else for that matter. But I don't really push. Or if you need attorneys, if you're in the United States and you want to get some attorneys, we have a plan that protects truckers, by the way. Laura, I know that truckers get a lot of tickets. Sometimes they go into a different city. The laws are different. And I can actually, if you're a truck driver or you're just a family man or you're just starting a business, I can help connect you with a program that I use. I basically pay under $30 a month for that. And I have access to a law firm. Anytime I need to talk to an attorney in any area of law, in any state that I go to, I pay $30 a month for that service, about that $35. For a business, it's a little bit more. For a trucker, it's a little bit more. But you're protected. These attorneys will go to court for you. You can actually snap a ticket on your app that they give you on your phone, and it goes directly to your attorneys. If they need to go to court for you, they can go to court for you. You can get your truck protected. You're protected $100,000. If you need an attorney in the middle of the night, something's happening, you click your app, and you've got an attorney there within, I don't know, less than 3 minutes to talk to. For less than $30 a month, I've been with that program almost 7 years. Yes, it is a business. I'm not really promoting it. I use the service. So these are the things that I enjoy sharing with people. And again, I'm a storehouse of goods. If you're willing to pick my brain, challenge me. You can get some good stuff out of me if you want, for free even. Well, a lot of these services are not free, obviously, but let me read one more. Number 8, make yourself feel great. Okay, I'm reading from my journal. This is the last one I'm going to read. Make yourself feel great and others too. Challenge yourself daily. Challenge yourself daily. You know, I feel that this has been one of my better episodes, because sometimes I go through things in life. You know, I have family, and family, if you have family, you know, sometimes they get very sour. Or you have a problem with your car, you break down the road, and just things happen, man. Things happen, but you look for the best. You know, you always look for the best in people. You look for the best in. I even look for the best in the trolls. Like lately, I've been getting a lot of comments on my YouTube. In fact, I'm having a challenge keeping up with all that. I'm getting trolls. You know, the trolls, and they're calling me names and saying this to me, and you know what? So what? I could care. It's like a little rart. It's like a little rat's fart to me when somebody decides that they want to try to degrade me or curse at me and call me names because I've been a gambler and I've this or you guys. I see people trolling you guys if you comment on my videos. Some of you guys, I don't know, maybe you in particular, don't give them. You know what? Don't even give them. And if I can delete the comment, I'll delete it. But don't give these people your time. Don't give them your day. Don't give them your grace, my friends. You end up arguing, and it's just a total waste of time. It's not worth it. It's not worth it at all. So I'm going to read a few more of your comments. Jay Redding says, close online betting accounts and keep only a limited amount of cash on you. There's an idea. Gambling cannot occur with money, right? You got accountability, find ways. You got to create a plan for yourself. If you don't have a plan, I was talking to my sister in Connecticut. She's a person that suffered a lot of trauma with me as a child. And she's been on Social Security living, I think she gets like $600 a month, and she's losing control over how she spends her money. So I have to kind of coach her a little bit, but it's hard because she doesn't listen to me. And I want to help her so bad, you know. Santos, can you send me some money? You know, I'm like, Nancy, I love her heart, man. But my friends, you got to have and I tell her, you got to have a plan, Nancy. Either you control your money or your money's going to control you, right? Either you control your thoughts or your thoughts are going to control you. So I wish I could post links, be easier. Well, you can post links here. I don't know exactly what kind of links, as long as they're helping other people. I don't mind posting links. You guys can post links, right? Gina Sheila says, right, change your thoughts. Links to help sites, beautifully said. Wait 20 minutes and the urge will go. Yeah. Actually, if you learn how to, the more that you train your brain, Gina, it becomes less and less. You know, this isn't easy. It's not easy. It's not hard. Okay? It's doable. Remember that. It's doable. So, thank you for getting the book. I appreciate that. Again, the link will be up above. It's soldiersofselfmastery.com/book, or you can just go to soldiers, plural, soldiers. So I consider all of you soldiers and soldierettes. Whether you think you're a soldier or a soldierette, if you believe that or you don't believe it, you know what? I believe it in you. It takes courage to be here with me. I'm telling you, I'm saying this as a truth, okay? Some of you have been here for an hour, you know, and I believe this has been a valuable hour. I want you to give yourself, you know, pat yourself on the back, man. You know, say thank you to yourself. I'm saying thank you because it takes courage to do this. You know, I couldn't really do it. I did make conversations with people when I was struggling. I would call an 800 number and I would have a chance to talk to counselors, but they didn't understand what I was going through. They had no idea. There's 1-800-problem gambling. I believe that's the number. I remember I used to call them crying sometimes, just literally crying. But they were just counselors, and you know, they didn't offer me life coaching. They didn't offer me anything. They were just there to hear my sob story. But all right, guys. Once again, I appreciate all of you guys. Hey, stay tuned for Friday. It's coming up. It's going to be even. Oh man, if I do this I'll blow up in front of you guys. You guys don't want to see any blood on the camera, so I'll just tone it down a scotch. Remember to make every single day a super fantastic, terrific, over the top day. Daily, in spite of and because of. I love doing that, even though I've lost so much muscle. Not that I was that big, but health. Got to be in the health. Water, good food, good atmosphere, good people. Remember to make every single day a super fantastic, terrific, over the top day. Daily, in spite of and because of, my friend. Peace through strength. I'm going to see you at the very top on the inside on my next one, right? Correct? All right, I'm going to hang here for just about a minute before I cut this thing off. Laura says, blessings to all. Thank you. I received the blessing, Laura. Diane says, challenge to give to his mission, people. Thank you. I'm open for donations. I'm not ashamed to ask. You know, I've had a few donations, and that's good. I appreciate that. And when you buy the book, you're donating also. So be kind to yourself. You're courageous too, Santos, for challenging us to be better people. Thank you, Gina. Thank you, Santos. You're the man. You're the man, brother. All right. Catchphrase. Time, please. You the man. You the man. Diane, challenge. Okay. Blessings to all, and make it. I will try to make it next streaming. And thank you, Santos. All right, guys. I got to go visit the old folks' home. Peace. Oh, man.
Experience a blend of refined craftsmanship and raw power. New innovations and a tradition of excellence. Luxury and performance. Engineered to take the crown. Presenting the all-new Lexus LS500 and LS500H. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.